Here are the top 5 comps that you should play on patch 13.19. Once again, I have teamed up with one of the best challenger players on the server to give you the best chance to climbing in the current patch. We are starting out the 5 comps with a duo of Neeko and Karma, and after the latest buff, we are now playing Neeko and Karma as our main carries. We are looking for 4 Bastions, 4 Invokers and 3 Ionias. And when it comes to augments, we are looking for Early Education, Loving Invocation and Magic Wand. We could also go for whatever buffs up the front line or give the overall buff to the whole team, like Master Yi's augment at 3-2. And that is why we can pick Master Yi as a legend, but we could also go for Poro for this comp. The items that we are looking for is Gunblade, Archangel and Dual Gauntlet on Karma. Neeko do also want Gunblade. Crown Guard is super good on Neeko as well. And as a last item, it could be a tank item, but it could also be the other new item, Night Harvester. Tank item will go on Taric, especially if you get Taric to 3-star, but else your other tank items can go on Shen. For these items, we do need a lot of rods, and that is why we can build Static Shift instead of choosing Ionia Spark for reducing the magic resist. When we get to stage 3-2, we can choose to do a little bit of a roll down at level 6 to hit Karma and Neeko to 2-star. But we do want to prioritize to do most of our rolling at level 7 since it's easier to hit Karma to 3-star, and the same goes with Neeko. Do we have a chance to hit Taric to 3-star as well? We will do that, but mainly it's about Neeko and Karma. At level 7 we will obviously not playing Ahri and Ryze, but we do want to prioritize playing 4 Invokers. And that means we have to choose one of the lower cost units. Do you find yourself getting a Galio to 2-star? That's a great option in the early game before you're hitting your 5 cost units. If you're getting to level 9, you will obviously cap out your board with some of the 5 cost units, and the units that you're looking for is Xayah, Aatrox or Heimerdinger. The next comp that we're looking for is a Xayah with Vanquisher and Ionia. She was already a good comp, but now she's just even better. And we're looking for 6 in Ionias and 4 in Vanquisher. Augment that we're looking for is Long Distance Pals. If you put your units like this, they will get the buff. Gift of the Fallen, since our carries will be the last unit standing. And Combat Caster is just an overall good augment for this board. Ionia Crest is also a good augment, and if we're getting one of those, we will put it on Neela. Items that we're looking for is Deathblade, Last Whisper and Guardbreaker, but we could also use something like Giant Slayer. And when it comes to Neela, we want bruiser items like Bloodthirster and Titan. A third item instead of the emblem could also be something like Rapid Fire Cannon. The tank items will go on Shen, and here you just want pure tank items. You want to roll for this board at level 7 without Karma, and prioritizing hitting your carries to 2-star. When you hit them to 2-star, you can go level 8 and play the full board. Are we lucky and hit the emblem, we will not play 7 in Ionia, and that means we take Karma out and just put in whatever strong units we have. A classic example from the mid game will be something like Taric. If you want to cap out this board, you will obviously just put in something like Xayah or Aatrox. But there is also another new option that you can play, and here is how it is. So basically you just took out one of the Vanquish units, and that was Darius, and put in Ashe. And then we also took out Karma and put in Sejuani. Do we have the emblem? We can still play 6 Ionias, 4 Vanquishers. This do also open up for another Freelord trait, so do we get that from the augments? We will definitely take that. That also means that we do not have to play Last Whisper, and that means we can take that item out and put in another damage item. Once again, to cap out the board, we play something like Heimer, Xayah and Aatrox. The legends that we want to choose is once again Master Yi, and for this time his augment at 3-2 and 4-2. But else we can also just choose to play Poro. Next up we have Fiora and Kaisa. This was the most played comp in Challenger in last patch, and they didn't really touch it this time, and that is why you want to play it once again. Fiora wants Bloodthirster and Titans, and her last item will be a Radiant item from Demacia. Kaisa wants items like Sojourn and 2 damage items. That will be AP items and crit items. Guardbreaker and Dual Gauntlet is great options, but you can also play something like Giant Slayer and even something like Adaptive Helm instead of your mana item, but these are probably the best items that you can get. After your item and your carry, you want to put tank items on Nasus, but this is by far the most important thing. So you're looking for this board at level 7 minus Aatrox. You want to roll down until you're hitting Fiora and Kaisa to 2-star, and then you can go level 8 and put in Aatrox. Then you once again just want to go up in levels and hit level 9 and add in one of the 5-cost units that we already mentioned. Xayah and Heimer if you're not already playing Aatrox. Augments that we're looking for if Gifted of the Fallen, since our carries will be the last unit standing. Long distance pals, if we're putting our units like this, they're getting the buff. But we can also choose to play the Legend Master Yi for his buff at 3-2 and his buff at 4-2. This is something that's always safe to pick if you don't have anything else good to pick. If you don't want to play Master Yi, you can always play Poro in this patch. The next comp is Cho'Gath Carry, who is not out of the way yet. And do you have a good start with a few units of Cho'Gaths and some of the tank items, you can start playing this comp. As soon as you hit 50 gold, you will start roll for Cho'Gath, Renekton and Malzahar. And you want to have them all to 3-star. As soon as you have these 3 units to 3-star, you will start going up in levels and adding the other bruiser units. If you have the chance, you will get them to 3-star as well, but else push levels so you can end up getting your 6 bruisers. The items that we're looking for is Redemption, Bramble Vest and Dragon's Claw, and for Malzahar it's blue buff plus 2 damage items. Xayah did get a buff, and he might be able to be the secondary carry. He wants bruiser items like Bloodthirster and Titans, and are you getting augments like this, Xayah can be a real tank carry. Other augments to look for is the Bruiser Crest, so we can get 6 in the trade before hitting Xayah. Are we getting to level 9, we will add in something like Heimerdinger or Aatrox. And once again, if you want to play Master Yi, you have a safe pick at 3-2 and 4-2 when you choose your augments, but else you can choose to play Poro. The last comp that you should have an eye out for is the Swain and Samira Duo carry. Here we are playing 7 Noxus. And can we get these 2 units to 3-star, we have a very solid start of the game. Are you in a situation where you can get Neferi to 3-star, getting her an emblem, and even 2 damage items, that will be a super great option as well. It's not often this is happening, and sometimes you only end up with something like this. Are this the situation, we will just take her out and put in Aatrox later in the game. But for our carries, we want blue buff on Samira, Infinity Edge, and 1 other damage item like Giant Slayer. And when it comes to the carry tank, we want Redemption and the 2 new items, Crown Guard and Adaptive Helm. Some of the best augments for this comp is something like Demon Flare to make Swain the primary carry, Noxus Crest to get 7 in Noxus before we find Xayah, and Total Domination, that's the most specific one for Noxus. When it comes to Legends, Poro is a great option. But TF might also be an option for you if you want to handpick the items that you want in this comp. That was our top 5 comps for this patch and what you want to play if you want to climb. But there will be many new comps on the channel, so make sure to subscribe for more guides. Are you more into playing for fun? You should check out the latest video on how to force Piltover. You might end up with a big LP cash out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next guide.